anybody that's watched me and my husband out fishing on our YouTube channel will know already that my husband's been fishing since he was so big, whereas I've just started in the last 18 months, and I thought it just might be useful to show you as a beginner how to put your rod together. It was all completely alien to me when I began, so I'll just do a short video on the basics of what you need to know to get out on the bank and get fishing for the first time. So I'll start just by showing you how to put your rods together. Literally just put the two halves together, and then it's really important to obviously make sure it's in nice and well, to actually line up the eyes by simply looking through, make sure they're in a good line with each other. Really important for when you start to feed the line through, just for making sure you've got a nice straight run on the line. Once you've done that, we'll come to attaching the reel. You'll see there something that's called a reel seat. It's just like a screw. Take that right back as far as you can, and then take your reel, and you're literally going to place this part here into the little notch that you've got. Once that's there, just screw back as far as it will possibly go. There you go. Once that's nice and tight, that is it. So the next stage is to take the bail arm off. It's currently in the shut position. I'm going to open that up, and you'll see that the line itself is clipped off on the reel. So I'm going to unclip that and begin feeding it through the eyes. Bear with me whilst I do this, because I am very well known for being cat-handed. So when you're doing this, it's really important to make sure that the line has gone right through the middle of the eyes. It's really easy for them to get tangled up and you miss one, or it's got caught at the end of on the final eye there. But once it is all through, bring it back down the rod. So once you've got your line back and it's all fed through nicely, you can put your bail arm over into the closed position and place your rod down, using the handle for a little bit of safety for damage from the eyes. And then you're ready to attach your rig. I'm going to show you a really simple basic rig, and the first stage is for me to attach some anti-tangle tubing. I'll just take a pair of scissors and literally trim the end at an angle, just to make the threading through the line that bit simpler. I'm going to take the anti-tangle tubing and pass the line through. So once the anti-tangle tubing is on the line, I'm then going to attach a rubber that sits over the end of the tubing, followed by the weight clip. So to tie the 5-turn grinner knot that's going to pass through the end of your swivel, you're going to pass the line through the eye of your swivel, and then with the loose end you're going to wrap that 5 times over the top of your line. Once you've done that, take the loose end and pass it back through the loop that you've just created, pulling both the loose end and the main line tightly together. Once you've done that, take the main line in one hand and the swivel in the other and pull tightly, returning the knot to the eye of the swivel. Once you're certain that that's nice and tight, you can clip off the remaining loose end, and there you have it. Once all that's in place, I'm going to attach the weight onto the weight clip, which then all gets connected to the rubber. Now, how far you decide to push that on, making sure that both parts of it are going into the rubber, will depend on what you're fishing over, and that will change the resistance for the weight and how easily it comes off, should you be fishing over a snag or lilies or something similar. In the end, once all that's in place, that's what you're left with. So once that's done, we're going to attach the hook link. It's a simple hair rig that you can pick up in any tackle shop. In fact, that's quite a good piece of advice in itself. Pop in, have a chat with the owner, pick their brains, get advice from them. They're the people that know. So it'll have a loop on the end of it, which is going to attach to the swivel. So once your rig's attached, you're going to push your rubber onto the crook of your swivel, making sure it's nice and tightly on there. And there you have it. From there, we're going to attach your bait, in this instance a boilie. I'm going to do that by taking a boilie needle, passing it through the boilie, passing the needle through the hair rig and pushing the boilie on. Once that's on, you'll be finishing that off with a boilie stop, passing that through the hair, pulling it on nice and tight, winding your fingers. So there you have it, all ready to go for your first cast.